This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use code 295NUT for a $295.com or transfer. Defense Soap. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off your entire order. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts. Episode
Go!
196.
I've got too much energy. I can't start the show like that. Sorry. 196.
My name's Eagle Weigel.
Thank you. Back with the MMA show. By fans, for fans, we're walking live between serious and ridiculous. Hey, I haven't had enough Bulletproof coffee yet. Here you go.
You know,
And I have not poured cold beer in it to make it double delicious.
I have to say, you know,
Go.
I know they sponsor the show and all that business, and I don't want to just talk out of turn and say, like, buy the stuff and love the stuff because they're sponsoring us, but there is something about this coffee.
With cocaine!
Because
Oh my God.
I've been drinking it this week, and my workouts are extremely good. I feel really good energy. Not right now because I don't drink Bulletproof coffee at night because I don't want to be
10 o'clock at night and I'm pounding coffee.
Yeah, no, not me.
Warrior.
So I'm a little tired, but that is some good stuff. It tastes really good, and I find like I don't know about the mycotoxins thing, but I have to say that I have like my regular K-cup that I have, and I do notice a little bit of like that like itchy, scratchy feeling like when I drink my regular coffee now,
I hear you.
you know?
I hear you.
So it's good stuff. What was bulletproofcoffee.com/MMANuts?
Upgraded self / MMA nuts. It's very confusing. You
God
should know about
damn you.
Bulletproof coffee. But,
Buy the domain, son of a bitch.
$5 off of 20, code MMA nuts.
Yes, use our GoDaddy code, son, motherfucker. $295. I'm gonna buy that domain, bulletproofcoffee.com.
I'm sure they have it and it redirects to upgrade it. So.
Does it? Okay. Anyways,
Or Bulletproof Executive. It's very confusing as a consumer.
there's too many things.
I'm just
happening.
saying.
And they're all orangey on their website.
Yes, it's very orange and brown. It's like, not Christmas, but some people celebrate Halloween on Christmas.
Okay, they do. Is that some kind of like
It's like
zombie apocalypse?
Sure.
Sure, I'll drink to that.
All right, fine.
I might be sleeping in about 10 minutes.
It's
It's because I have not
Then I'll
had
take you down a
Bulletproof coffee.
path. So the other day I'm in here, Ringo, and I'm working out. Yeah, I'm perusing all these fight posters, and I made an observation.
Okay.
Why does nobody smile on any fucking fight card poster ever? Find me one. That's a challenge.
Well,
That's a
there isn't
personal
one.
challenge.
There's a lot of
It's all, everybody is mean mugging. Everybody is mean mugging. There's not
are
one.
looking very serious. I think smiling would be frowned upon.
It would be, but just to be different one time, be all smiley. Like Jon Jones, he seems like the perfect character to be smiling. Hey, speaking of Jon Jones, there's a smooth transition. Number one, I'm so hopped up. I'm on like fucking cocaine right now.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. It's just Bulletproof coffee.
Or cocaine.
Or cocaine. Wink, wink. Snorted right off a hooker's asshole.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. What happened with his cell phone? Something happened. He lost it. It got
Gay
hacked.
slurs.
Homophobic rant. And then he posts a selfie. But apparently, it wasn't him. He has 11 people has his password.
Picture of his penis.
Yeah,
Why do 11 people have his password?
because he's
busy
like
guy.
the GSP of 205
Oh,
or something.
So he doesn't really have managing his own Twitter account.
Not so much.
That's gay. You're gay, Jon Jones. That makes me like you even less.
I just can't wait till you have the discussion.
Yes. You guys can all call me
I was
racist.
gonna give you some rope just so you could hang yourself
Nice.
with.
I hate that guy.
I
He's
can't
such a
say
dick.
I hate him. I hate him as a person, but I enjoy watching him fight.
That's true.
So
I,
I'll
hope
give
he-
him
I,
that.
I hope he loses.
In devastating fashion.
I don't
Are
even
you
care.
gonna try to say you want Anderson Silva him?
No, I
You
wouldn't
and
wish,
Tyrone Spong him?
I wouldn't wish that on anybody. No, I would just like to see a knockout. So you'd shut the fuck up already.
Well, we should probably save the discussion for
Anyways,
him. But
It's coming later. That's a, what do you call that? A premonition? A
Yeah.
future cast? Or
Yeah.
if you're in the Game of Thrones, like, what is that guy? Fucking crippled kid? What can he
yeah. Retarded?
do? No.
No, is that not it?
Hodor! No.
Hodor! That's all he knows. He's that guy. I forgot
Speaking
what
of
he is.
retarded, did you watch this week's Ultimate Fighter with BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar?
I forgot it was on, and I caught a little bit because I think it was on Wednesday night after one of the events, and then
Yes.
it started recording. I'm like, oh fuck, I want to. This is the one episode I want to see. Is the first one where
They're
show all
good.
the
It was
fights,
good.
so.
There was a lot of good fights, and BJ and Frankie and Dana had it seemed like they were having a great old time. I think there's a lot of mutual respect between the two guys, and
sure.
they were both like, BJ's like, thanks for giving me the chance, and the guy's like, yeah, we'll go again, and they're both like, whatever. But at one point, one of the guys brought his mom to this thing, and he got fucking knocked out. He's like this huge 6'7", he got clipped and he went down like a boom, face first,
right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And BJ's like, man, this is a hurt game. Like, you probably don't want to be bringing your mom to this thing.
Not
and
so
I
much.
fell off my couch. I literally fell off my couch laughing. If people were at my house, if my wife would have come down and been like, what are you doing? She would have thought I was crazy. I thought that was so hilarious for him to say that, but it's so true. Why is this guy bringing his mom?
Well, I think weren't they trying to emphasize the family? It seemed like these last, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons where they keep showing them in the hotel. Let's show a family member come in, and
That's fine.
Maybe all this guy had was a mom or something.
I know, it's cool, but girlfriend, bring a buddy. Not your mom, Jesus
One guy's
Christ.
banging his girlfriend or something. I haven't seen you in 2 months.
That's
And fucking jackhammer away.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God,
That's
come
crazy.
on. If you're going to listen to him breathe, you might as well show him fuck.
It was good. I liked it, and I'm looking forward to the season. I think I'd like to see BJ coach and all that, and he looks good, man. He looks like he's in shape. I know you're like, whatever, but
He still will not beat. I don't know. I'm not going to say he'll never beat this man, but
Frankie?
The speed. It comes down to the speed. But still sticking with the show, I heard Mark Coleman's going to have some funny shit coming up.
Really? Okay, awesome.
Dana was saying, well, if you've ever seen Mark Coleman doing interviews or like the Q&A when they had all the legends come in, no, he's got some good stories. He's fucking down to earth. He's a straight shooter,
he's a crazy
man.
guy. Like, he's lived a crazy life.
I'm sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
Crazy.
He was all like on the sauce back in the day. It's tough to see these guys now and in their elder years. Like, you think of them back in the day, like all juiced up and then you get injured and you get old and your body starts breaking down. Fuck, yep. I don't want to see them like that. I want to remember them like
big and juicy.
World. Fuck yeah,
tasty.
Shit yeah,
delicious.
Like Vitor Belfort
or The Rock. Have you seen The Rock lately? Holy shit.
What is that movie? No Pain, No Gain?
Yeah. Have you seen that?
No, not yet.
That's hilarious too. You must watch that. Heavily medicated. You'll laugh your ass off.
I'm in for that.
But no, he's like he's got his Facebook, and I follow that, and he posts crazy photos of selfies all the time. He's just fucking huge. I've never seen a man he's just gigantic. I don't know how. Like, whatever he's on, it's good.
He's on the gear, man.
Huge.
He doesn't have to not be, right?
No, he gets paid.
Is he still wrestling now? I don't fucking know.
I don't think
Just doing the movie star
I don't follow
shit?
wrestling, but I don't think he's wrestling. I think he's the highest paid
action movie star. Or
I think he just passed like everybody just recently. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is up there? I would imagine like a Will Smith, a Tom Cruise, probably in that top tier.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just reading something interesting about Keanu Reeves, who I always give shit about.
I probably read that.
Did you read that about him giving them all this money to the guys who like did the Matrix because he made all this fucking money?
Yeah, all the special effects guys, and I think he bought all the stuntmen Harleys or something along that line. Not interested in the money so much, but making sure everybody around him was taken care of.
And he even paid for part of the making of 2 and 3 apparently because the studio didn't want to spend, fucking greedy ass cunts. Didn't want to, and he was like, whatever. And I think I keep reading like stories of him like just hanging out in the park, like just being all normal and shit. And he's probably filthy rich, just eating a fucking
masturbating
donut
under a fucking blanket. He was taking less money to get better actors in the movies with him.
Yes.
Like who was it? Gene Hackman in The Replacements with
that him. Was a good ass movie.
And I forgot there was some other movie that he wanted to make, but he wanted
all the ones really with Sandra Bullock.
Probably.
Yes.
I don't know.
She's a chocolate pudding lady for me.
I thought you were going to say chocolate lady. Like,
what? I put some chocolate pudding in there.
Hey, whatever it takes. It's all about chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, go vanilla.
Whatever that Jesse, what's his name? Jesse, the bike guy? What a dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
Cheated on her with some crazy. But I mean, you never
Monster.
know. You never know. Maybe she's nuts. I don't know. She's probably full of herself.
Yeah, what is that guy? Jesse James?
Jesse James, yeah.
Allegedly related to him.
Oh,
Whatever
really?
happened to that guy? Got fell off the face of the earth.
Well, he's
building his
no longer with
motorcycles?
Sandra Bullock, so no one cares about him.
Well, he had his show, right? They were building motorcycles and shit. And
I think it's still on.
no.
Let's
We're
see.
so out of the loop.
It's all good.
Like,
I
I
don't
think
know.
this, I think that. Like, what else is going on? Got other news going on?
Yes,
or,
Michael Ripper, dead. Gunshot wound.
Christ, why you got to dig this up?
Shot himself. Apparently. Allegedly.
So, who is this guy again? He had
He had that movie, Collapse.
talking about a lot of insider stuff.
Peak oil, right? I think.
I don't know what you're saying.
Peak oil and like the government's
You're
out
gonna
to
say
get him.
the T word.
What's that? Terrorist!
Oh my God, you're a domestic terrorist.
Yes. So I don't know. Rest in peace. He's got the website. Fuck it. He's on the Rogan podcast. Interesting. That movie was creeped me out though. He's like sitting in the room just smoking and talking the whole
For
time.
like 2.5 hours.
So
You
crazy.
watch that, you lose your fucking
Like,
mind.
oh my
God, what's this guy talking about?
You
Is this
wanna-
happening? I better buy some stuff. I gotta stock up on stuff,
Lock
man.
yourself in your basement and don't
I'm
leave.
never leaving.
Yeah.
Ever.
Um,
That's scary.
I have a little bit of lighter news though.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Long Island nursing home hired male stripper and is now being sued by an 85-year-old woman who lives in the nursing home who has dementia for being violated against her will.
When she was violated anally and she took too much male semen. And
No,
her
it says
fucking
that
colon.
the stripper
cured the
gyrated
colon
in front of her against her will. And apparently there was a voting system put into place to make this all happen, and all the seniors were for it, and apparently she was not, so I don't know how that all works out. But
So I could see if he came into her room and she's like strapped down to the bed because she's probably a little fucking senile. I'm just guessing. But and then the guy's like rubbing his sausage in her face. Like, hey, you like a little breakfast sausage in the morning?
It's so
Like,
crazy.
no. But I'm guessing this probably happened in the community area.
Yes.
So she can go fuck herself. She's so senile she didn't even remember that she actually went there.
I don't know, but it still makes it's just funny because they voted on this. Like, who started this
She
idea?
probably forgot she voted for her. She was probably the one who initiated it.
She should-
I think we should have male strippers come.
Yes.
I never said that.
There's apparently following this story, there was a thread that I read, kind of in conjunction with this, who said basically in the highest incidence of like STDs is in like in senior
Weren't you
homes.
saying it was gonorrhea?
Yeah.
Was the champion?
Because they're
of the
just, I mean,
diseases?
they're everyone's already past the baby making stage, so they don't need anything. They're old, no protection required. I mean, why would you wear a condom if you're like 65 or 70? What's the point?
I'm just thinking of the smell. Old people stink enough, but that box gotta smell.
What if
even
you're
worse.
already old and then
You say you don't smell the old smell,
because you're old?
right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's unusual. But the box, it can't smell good, can it?
Maybe if you're old, it smells good. I don't know.
Fair enough.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, I can always tell, like, there's an old person around. I hate to think
There's
that
an
way.
old person's smell, yeah.
Yes, I think it's the smell of death.
It's like when you go to buy a new
Rigor
car.
mortis.
There's a new car scent.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but it's awesome.
It's called chemicals.
Yeah.
Lots
Yes.
of chemicals.
It's called taking 10 years off your life in one inhale.
Yes. That's supposed to be one of the worst things, like the new car smell.
Yeah. They have that spray. You want new car smell?
No, thanks. Yeah. I like fresh car smell.
Fresh car smell. What's this about?
I don't
Is this something I need? Do I need this in my life?
know. No. Just open your windows. Fresh car smell.
Oh, nice. It's outdoors.
That's
Enjoy.
Yes. That's all the news I have. Do you have anything else?
That's it.
All right. Do you want to talk about this Bisbing versus?
Yes. Being brought to you by GoDaddy.
Yes.
295.com. Code 295NUT. 32% off. Go 32 off 6. 50% off hosting. 50 host 2. Go to our website. Click the coupon tab. We got a buttload of things. And if you want to support the show, it's probably a good way.
And go to our forums.
That's a $2.95 commitment.
It
Do you have
is.
$2.95?
Not at the moment.
You're out. You out.
Hey,
What?
before we forget,
What?
and before we get into this thing, we
What?
forgot to do the contest.
Oh, you want to do a contest right now?
Why not?
I have a jar of coffee beans. Listen,
Or midget testicles.
it's like a maraca.
Yes. You have a jar of coffee beans. That's cool. What's up with that jar?
That's a jar.
Can I open it?
You could.
Can I lick it?
If you want. I'm going to be making coffee with these beans.
Oh, then can I put my penis in it?
I wouldn't have it any other way. I would hope you dipped it in twice, though. Not once, but twice.
Okay, great.
So, here's the contest. This is for this week. What's up for dibs here? We've got a Bulletproof coffee prize pack going out to the winner. Hopefully, they're going to ship it internationally. If not, they're going to ship it to me, and then I'll ship it internationally. Because I give no fucks. I'll ship shit anywhere in the world.
That's right.
Along with a T-shirt.
Literally, we'll shit in a box and send it to you.
Man, see, he keeps giving me these great ideas. Big black hogs, shit in a box.
Shit in a box. It's like dick in a box.
Right.
Same thing.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
So whoever gets the closest to guessing how many coffee beans are in this jar.
You should get closer. Give them a little taste of that closeness. Get a little closer.
There you go.
That's as close as you get.
I ain't getting up. Sorry,
They get like a pound of coffee. Is that right? How much do they get?
Something like that. I'm not quite
That's
sure.
expensive.
You're going to get a couple of things. I think you're going to get some MCT oil plus the coffee. I could be wrong.
Shit, I
and
want
or
all
right. Just be happy. You're going to get something. It's going to be
Okay.
awesome.
It's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be epic.
And this coffee's delicious.
I'm fucking losing my mind already. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm just going to say you're going to have a
good
ton of
time.
energy.
Drink a lot of coffee, smoke a lot of weed. I mean, or don't.
Strike that, reverse it.
Both.
Yes.
It is 420. We should be smoking weed.
Merry Christmas. So whoever guesses.
I'm going to guess 2,355.
He won. Sorry. Everyone's
ding,
out.
Ding, ding, ding.
But whoever guesses closest, I will make, when we post the show, I will post the contest up along with that link, and everyone will need to put it on Facebook, and I'll leave this contest open till Sunday of next week.
Which is the 27th.
The 27th.
Of
noon Central is the cutoff, and I'll post all that up there. So closest guest will win the Bulletproof coffee prize pack, along with the MMA Nuts t-shirt, only available in 2 sizes now, large and extra.
Yes. Once we run out of one other size, we'll order some more. Maybe.
Well, we'll have a new design for some of you.
We got to make some MMA Nuts browser shirts. I got to talk about this.
Yeah. Those are coming.
It's going to happen. These guys are, dude, the guys who are going for browser to the world, they're crazy. Comprito's now with the new place he's got.
Yeah.
It's all like, it's huge.
I got to check that out.
It's really nice. And he's got these guys training 2 times a day, like 5 days a week. They're killers. I'm like, holy shit. They're training by themselves. Like they're in the classes now split between the guys who are going the worlds in May, and they are animals. They're traveling like to Wisconsin to another school, and they're going down to like Indiana or something. They're roaming around. These dudes, they are in phenomenal shape. I mean, they're doing like crazy shit over there. I don't even know. They're gonna kill people. I think people will die.
Are they doing the Huber Vanguard?
Uber Vanguard? Maybe.
Curious.
Yes. So it's gonna be awesome.
Great.
I'm excited.
Great.
Worlds.
We're ready with support.
Let's talk Bisbing versus Tim Kennedy. Were you happy?
No, not at all. Michael Bisbing, my favorite fighter. He got taken down by the troll.
Here's the problem, though.
What?
I, for one, was not bored by that fight, and I don't know why, because everybody was bored.
Satisfying.
And I was like,
on a level.
I was like, wow, he is dominating a guy. He's keeping Bisbing from doing his thing because he's so afraid of getting taken down by Kennedy. Bisbing never got going. And it's just to grind him out, just control. I mean, it wasn't John Fitch style boring. It definitely wasn't exciting, but it was like
it's almost like we're appreciating it on a different level. It's you look at us maybe watching MMA a couple years ago, you'd be like drinking a beer. Now it's almost like drinking a fine wine as you watch. You like the intricacies a little bit more. It doesn't have to be the most exciting thing as long as it's entertaining on a level.
It was. Kennedy imposed his will on this guy. I mean, literally, Bisbing it was like he couldn't do anything. It was so bad. And I don't know why, because I thought Bisbing had pretty good wrestling. I don't know what the hell happened, but
stop him.
He couldn't stand up, couldn't do anything, just frustrated.
And then he's on the ground like, God. And he got a pity stand-up. I think it was, I don't know if it was Herb Dean who was the ref. He's like, come on.
Third or fourth round.
Fucking round. Kennedy's doing work right now. You can't stand him up. He stood him up. You got to take him back down.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? I mean, these things happen in MMA.
They do. That's unfortunate.
So what do you think's next for Tim Kennedy?
They say Vitor Belfort. I don't know what's happening with that guy.
Yeah.
He needs shit. Let me see what the slide is. I don't remember where they had Kennedy ranked. That's too far ahead. I deleted it out. But I want to say Kennedy was probably about 6 or 7-ish.
Yeah. No, I think he's in top 4.
Really?
I would say so. I mean, what do you got?
Well, Bisbing was probably about 5 at the time, right? I don't have it up there, but just say Bisbing's 5, Kennedy's 6 or 7. He beats
Weidman,
Bisbing.
Vitor,
He's 5.
Jacare,
Yeah.
and then who's left in the
Rockhold.
Machida?
Rockhold and Machida.
Rockhold. So he's like
for him.
Yeah. Okay.
So right
By
in that
5,
area.
6, maybe not 4. Sorry about that's probably too high.
It's right. You're in the ballpark. You're right in the game.
I like to see him fight somebody with a really good wrestling defense to see how he fares. Like, what about him versus Jacare? Let's see what happens.
He's got no chance.
You don't know that.
I don't know. Well, you know,
he already fought Rockhold.
Yeah, and
lost.
you saw what he did to Hodger Gracie. So
True. But I mean,
Jacare is a whole different animal.
yeah, Gracie cuts from like 290 down to like.
Hey, that's his
185.
problem. Not
That
fucking.
guy's like a shell of a man when he
mine.
fights. He has a good like 34 seconons of cardio, and then it's
You
over.
like Travis Browne? Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
Trying to slate the man with the beard?
hey, you're putting words in my mouth. Which is better.
Better than Cox.
Thank
you. A good night. It's all good. So
I don't know.
I don't know. Belfort or Jacare, I guess. One of those
Yeah.
two. I don't think either of those guys have anything lined up. And nobody's heard from Belfort with this TRT ban. But the weird thing was, when I was looking at the UFC website today, I don't know what version of Vitor Belfort was up there, but it sure as shit was not TRT Belfort.
He was skinny.
Skinny and soft, and his head shrunk about 3 sizes.
Maybe some Photoshop action.
No, he was looking a little soft and pudgy. So,
Okay,
fortunately, I feel his reign of terror is over
could be.
in the UFC. Maybe retirement for him, unfortunately.
Maybe.
And then Bisbing, you can give him loser of Munoz and Musasi. He needs to
Sure.
fight. Bisbing is tough. He's always in that top tier, but he's never going to get the title shot. You know?
He comes up short every time.
Well,
Like he gets to that
it's that
edge, and
sniffing
then it's like,
distance. Like
eh.
I smell something. I smell something. Oh, it's a loss because I'm getting
Yes.
too close to a title shot.
which is all right. I mean, the man's making lots of money, but
I still want to see him fight Anderson Silva. Anderson will come back. Bisbing will probably beat him by this time.
I hope not.
Yeah, that would be really unfortunate, wouldn't it?
It would.
So we'll move right along.
Moving along.
UFC on Fox 11 recap brought to you by Defense Soap.
DefenseSoap.com. Use code MMANUTS for 15% off your order at DefenseSoap.com.
Hey, you know what else Defense Soap is good for?
What?
You can rub it on a screw. Make a screw turn into wood a little bit easier.
Ooh, nice. I wish I would have known that today when I was building some shit. I cracked some wood, actually.
Did you pre-drill it?
Nah,
You gotta drill it first.
I'm stupid.
That's all good.
It's
I learned my lesson.
Did you? Is that the key?
Correct. Yeah, you drill it a little bit smaller than your screw. So if you have your screw head, you lay the drill bit next to it, and you line them up and make sure that the screw threads are longer than your drill bit, like side to side.
Okay.
So you can still have some grip once it goes through. So that way, when you're screwing your screw in, it's not gonna split the wood.
Yeah. I should have known that.
A little trick.
But I ended up
I've
putting like
split many a wood.
2 or 3 screws in, so I don't know. But it's sturdy. It's fine. It's good. But yeah, Defense Soap. I was like, what are we talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Defense Soap.
I
That's
was
it.
saying I put it on the screw.
You can also put it on your balls.
That's the only bars of soap I had in the
just
house.
help you slide in a little smoother.
Yeah, it's
all
totally
natural, should be
good
totally
for
safe.
that fucking Nina.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Clean.
Or the asshole. Depends which way you're going.
You can take one of those like
Judge nobody.
what do you call those things? The
Corkscrew.
no.
You try to stick 2 cocks
No,
together.
like in science class when you're trying to clean out the tubes. What are those called? A fucking.
The test tube? Oh, wait. A pipe cleaner? Wait.
That's
A
it.
pipe brush?
You could rub it on that and stick it in. You know.
Nice. Why did you... Let's look at a household item. Let's use a toothbrush, because everyone probably has a
That would be
toothbrush at home.
painful. They're like, I'm gonna clean your asshole.
Are
out
you
with this
looking like a
toothbrush."
wire brush? Or are you talking
That's
like,
it.
I want to clean my grill? So I use a wire brush.
Not that coarse.
So I'm going to
That
stick
would
that. I don't think that's safe, Ingo. I'm just going to
That's
call.
why I
don't
said
think
a
it's
test
safe.
tube. It's made out of glass. It's about the same size. It would be very safe.
Very hot
Help
in
someone
here.
clean it out. So
Very
it's
hot
all
in
good.
here. Are we winning yet?
MMA
Did
nuts.
Charlie Sheen
15
just win?
Defense Soap. We apologize. This always gets nasty. But if you're nasty, you should
started
use
it
the
this
Penn
time.
soap,
I think I did.
15% off. MMA nuts. Moving on. Or you can dip your penis in some.
I feel like one of those Salvation Army people that are ringing the fucking bell. Like, dude, just shut the fuck up. I don't know where my money's gonna go if I give it to you. I donate it somewhere myself.
They try to make you feel bad.
Somewhere.
You don't want to help needy children? No, I don't.
Not today.
Fuck them. They do this everywhere though now. Everywhere you go, would you like to donate $1 to such? I'm like, no. What?
Those assholes at the stoplights.
Oh yeah, those two.
Go fuck yourself. Leave me alone. Window up, quick. Don't look at. No eye contact.
Or there's always like some areas like in Traumberg they got the bums who sit with the signs and they always give you that look like you can always tell. Or if I laugh at somebody in front of me who's got like a really nice car and is like dressed in a suit. The guy will just stare him down. You know, it's just like trying to make him feel guilty to give him $1. Like why? Because why would he give you $1?
Nice car. Fuck off.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's talk with you and Browne.
The recap.
What a card!
Let's get some scores.
Well, one second.
Go ahead.
This card was not watched by many people, apparently.
Why?
I don't know.
This, out of all the 11 cards, on paper, had to be the best looking one.
Of course, it was very exciting. We got your boy Nurmagomedov.
I don't know if he's my boy.
It's not your boy.
No.
I thought you liked him.
He's all right. I don't prefer the
takedowns.
The Randy Couture grind you down style.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I thought you liked his performance last time.
Well, I like it when he was
goes
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he wasn't crazy.
Finishing.
Not
he
this
wasn't
time.
able to get the finish.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about scores.
Okay. I was 9-4. Ingo was 7-6. Magic 8-Ball was 6-7.
Damn it.
So overall, I'm 55-19. Ingo is 50-24. Magic 8-Ball is 41-33.
You're always beating everybody.
Heading up the last place.
Sad face.
Move right along.
Hey,
yes.
what about the bonuses?
Oh, shit. Alves and Baczynski, fight of the night.
Uh-huh.
Cerrone, performance of the night. And who the fuck was it? Ortiz, maybe, with the other performance of the night? I could be wrong on the last
Tito
one.
Ortiz?
Yeah, he's making a comeback.
Nice.
In Bellators. So I want to throw a shout out to Thiago Alves making a comeback.
Now that is your boy.
Leg
You
kick.
love Thiago Alves.
Yes, and I forgot how much because this motherfucker has been out for 2 years. I used to be a big fan. He's coming back, bringing a leg kick inside, outside, inside, outside.
Like Josh
Chop that
Koscheck, UFC
motherfucker
90
down.
style?
Yes. It's like a side of beef, like Rocky working it in
Crazy.
the fucking meat yard. Pink, pink,
Yep.
pink.
He's got to be excited now that GSP's off the table.
Yes. That he had a good run, and then guess where it was? UFC 100.
GSP.
Yet again.
Domination.
Yeah.
Was that the abductor muscle?
Yeah, I
incident?
think that was he pulled his groin.
My
Fuck it,
abductor.
just go ahead and hit him with it, George. Don't be a pussy. Like, whoa, hey, easy there, Greg Jackson.
Yes.
So shout out to him for
Ooh.
winning, looking good. Remembering why I liked him as one of my favorite fighters.
Exciting.
Like that. And then we go to Barboza versus Cerrone.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. Oof. That's all I want to say.
Well, people were very excited about this fight, and I think they kind of delivered.
Yeah, I wish it would have went longer. It seemed like Cerrone was getting picked apart. It was definitely speed advantage for Barboza.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see he was just picking apart. And then all of a sudden Cerrone throws a left and right on the button. Right on the
Very
button.
stiff jab. With hips and everything. It was all of it.
And I'll still debate if it was a jab or a straight left because I think his right foot was forward, so I'm calling it a straight left.
Okay.
There's debate on it.
I think it was a good jab, but it's hard to tell.
I want to give Barboza more credit and say it was a straight left.
Whatever
Straight
it was, it hit him square.
It knocked him down. And
Like,
Cerrone,
whoa.
being the smart fighter he is, didn't just go down to pound him out. He went down and choked him out,
Yes.
which is smart.
Oh yeah, he looked psyched out like after. He wasn't really that celebratory. He was more like, yeah. Like he was like, I got this.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe Greg Jackson put him in the zone. He was like,
Yeah, zone. You need 6 more fights. He was getting fucking hammered at the post-fight press conference. He had to get up and take a piss because he drank too many Bud Lights.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
yeah.
They're okay with that?
Well, Dana said, well, Cerrone's drinking too many Bud Lights. He's going to go take a piss.
Is there like some sort of signal they have amongst each other?
I think he just probably mentioned it to him. But
I gotta take a leak, boss.
before I piss my pants.
Maybe it's a sponsorship opportunity.
Of course.
That guy's crazy, man. I don't know. Gotta love it.
Well,
though.
they said that, this one went down in Florida, and a lot of the festivities were going on at Shaq's house for some reason.
Yeah.
And I guess the day before the fights, they were saying Cerrone's doing, like, flips in the Shaq's pool and all sorts of crazy shit. Like, that's
After the weigh-ins?
I think so. Either after or before. Like, oh, my God. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Don't get hurt. That would suck, because that fight's getting canceled. You get hurt.
Well, there's a really good picture of Shaq and Yoel Romero. Yoel, right? Is his name?
Say, little boy.
This is,
Oh, is that your son? How cute.
Yeah. I wish they would have had, like, John Dotson or somebody even more time, or one of the ladies, like, with Shaq, to kind of give, like, a weird perspective.
Someone else, there was a thread, so it was probably on the Underground, where someone else posted a picture of some dude that was bigger than Shaq.
Oh, yeah.
That made Shaq look like a little dude.
Yep.
I think it was some bouncer or something. I forgot how tall he was, but 400 plus pounds.
Yep.
Huge fucking hand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
Huh.
I thought Cerrone looked terrible in this fight, though. I mean, I know he won, but I thought he took a lot of shots. He was
to the body again.
Yep, and he was eating
He had a
kicks.
plan
He
there.
was taking some, was it a right hook, left hooks? He was taking some shots to
It
the
was a
head.
left hook.
Left hooks. I mean, he's tough, but
I
dude,
don't remember.
I mean, I didn't think he looked all that sharp, and then all of a sudden he pulls the shit out of his ass, which is great. It's exciting, but I'm wondering, what happened, because usually he's pretty crisp. I think maybe the game plan was to just kind of go for it with this guy or what, but Barboza looked very upset, I thought.
Yeah, it's another one of those fights where, fuck, it's got to suck, because you're winning 99.9% of the time, and then, bink! It's almost,
Yep.
If you want to compare it to that Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva 1 fight, where
Yeah.
Chael is just obviously that's a 5-rounder, and Chael dominates for 4 rounds and
4.99 rounds.
4 minutes in the 5th round, and then he gets triangled, but along the same lines of just complete domination, and then the guy finds a way to win.
Yep. And, when you're stunned and getting rear naked choked, this can't be good.
No. Smart move, though.
Yep.
I don't know what's next for either guy.
Cerrone?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Give him Diaz. Again.
Hey, are they ever going to fight again? Are these
I don't know.
fuckers both retired or what?
I don't know. Dana seems confused by what they're doing, so they're crazy.
Well, the crazy thing is he can just let them stay under contract and, okay, don't fight. You're not going to fight for anybody else because you're still under my contract.
we just won't pay you.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll just lock you up for, indefinitely.
For life.
I don't know how those, what is that? Perpetuity?
Perpetuity. Yes.
I'm throwing out big
Why do
words.
I know that word?
Prostitute?
Perpetuity. How do you know that word? Why do I know that word?
Mm.
I know what that means. But
Good. Move right along.
I don't know. I don't know why I know what that means, but okay.
Just say forever.
Yes.
How's that? Clear? Great, grand, wonderful.
Ooh. Liz Carmouche won this fight. Bullshit.
Oh, it was pretty boring,
It was. Does Liz Carmouche have a beard, by the way? Did you notice that?
Between her legs or on her face?
No, on her face.
Mm. Oh.
She seemed fuzzy. Like when they were...
Are you
Wait.
sure that's not Uriah Faber?
No. Faber has no beard. When they were doing the close-ups when they were waiting for their decision, I swear Carmouche had a beard. It's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. I think she had a beard. Like a fuzzy blonde beard. Not like your beard, because that would be obvious if that was happening. But I was just saying, like...
Nothing wrong with the beard. The bearded lady?
It seems to me, too, that both fighters looked more lean in this fight, maybe. Did Miesha Tate look like she was leaner and meaner?
I don't know. She looked good at the weigh-in. I liked her little outfit thing. I don't know what she was wearing, but almost a bikini bottom or something. Good for her.
Uh-huh.
Somehow she gets the win, but it seemed like she took the first 2 rounds off and realized, fuck, I need to wake up and do something here in the third. And she dominated in the third. First, and it's pretty clear, round 1, Carmouche. Round 3, Tate.
I had 2 for Carmouche.
Debatable number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how you could maybe score it for Miesha Tate, but
Just,
I don't know.
I was expecting more. I mean, typically the women put on a good fight, and I was like, could do. When I hit the fast forward, that's when we got a problem.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm watching on the tape delay.
Yep, I agree
have a
with you.
problem.
And it was kind of strange, but, what are you going to do? Miesha Tate wins.
And then you put her in a weird spot because now Tate doesn't necessarily move up in the rankings because I still think you have Ronda number 1. You have to have Kat Zingano number 2. Then you have Tate 3. So where does Tate go? I mean, is Rousey scheduled to fight someone now?
Yeah. She's doing
Alexis Davis?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So who are you going to have Tate fight?
Carmouche.
Again?
Why not?
Rematch.
Yep.
Immediate rematch!
Why not?
And then, there's rumor of Gina Carano coming in.
Yes.
It seems like Dana was talking that the discussion went well, and Gina's open to coming back. They're just trying to hash out some contract details, but...
Well, her contract's up in June from Strikeforce.
Well, he said it didn't matter, and they could just sign her to a new one, regardless of if they had an 0-1 out there.
Interesting.
But he seems to be pushing it more for immediate title.
Well,
which
that's
is
the only...
fucking...
You can't have her come in and lose to some nobody.
But she's been out 4 years. You can't have her come in and just fucking challenge for a title.
But that's big money.
It's fucking blasphemous.
I know, but it's big money.
You look at her last fight. She lost to Cyborg, and Cyborg
was on the
retired.
roids.
Doesn't matter.
Juice.
Doesn't matter. Same thing happened to Alistair Overeem beating Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Did they overturn anything?
No.
I don't think they did. I could be wrong.
No.
I don't know. So, I don't think she should come in and get the chance to fight Ronda Rousey. That's a mockery of any kind of ranking system you have.
Well, they've done it before. It's not.
They
like...
do it all the time. I say that like I mean it.
But
It's
the
almost.
rankings.
It's like the WWE for fuck's sake.
Fuck the rankings. They want to sell pay-per-views,
Well,
especially now, given how things have been on the downslope.
well, it's just too much MMA.
Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey could be one of the largest selling pay-per-view cards ever.
And so could Cyborg versus Ronda Rousey. If
Maybe they should
that
fight all
one's
three.
More relevant, but
3-woman fight in the octagon
That's
with
fine.
alligator pits.
sure. And Tate said she's open to fighting Carano if she comes in too.
Yeah, I would like
see
that.
that one seems to make more sense. Have Tate fight Carano first, build Carano back up, and then have her fight.
She's looking a little bit not so lean though. I don't know if she can make the 135.
No, I don't think she can. But
That's a big girl, and 135 is going to be a rough cut.
well, Rousey will move up to 45. I'm sure everyone would go up to 45 a fighter. So I don't know. It just and then you look at when you want to talk about the women's divisions and some of the men's lighter divisions, they're kind of thin. I mean, it's like top 5 and
Yep.
Who? And you're gonna the argument you made, like Dana made, for not having even a women's division in the first place. You can bring in a 45-pound division. There's at least 5 women out there. If you want to compare apples to apples, why not just start at 45? Carano, Cyborg, Marloes, who's your woman?
Kunin.
Yeah, there's 3.
She's a 45er? Oh, she's pretty skinny. I didn't realize she
There's
was
3. And then I'm sure you can have some of the 35s move up.
Uriah Faber.
That's fine. Men versus women.
Yeah, that day will come. One
We've
day.
already had that.
Sort
We've
of.
had it. Moving right along. I don't know, X for Camus. Moving into the main event. Brought to you by On It.
Go to onit.com/MMANuts and save your 10%.
Shroom Tech Sport.
Bitches.
Promo care. Save no money on the kettlebells.
No, but those are pretty awesome. I have one and I like it a lot. And they have a special grip on there, so they're compared to like I have the Russian kettlebell from that. I don't know. You guys know if you're in the kettlebells, this fucking website, Dragon Door or whatever. That's the most popular.
Dragon Door.
Yeah, they're like the official kettlebell people. But I like their kettlebell too. But my On It one is my favorite. It has a little wider grip. It's easier to do exercises with it. I feel like my grip has gotten a lot stronger since I've used it. Plus, it's heavy as fuck. But I definitely.
He's rolling with 110 pounds. They don't even know how they make that.
56 pounds.
You ever seen a guy? I remember one time. I
saw
was
a
all
guy once.
digress with this. And go to onit.com/MMANUTS, save 10%. I remember a time early in my working out career when you go to the gym, and I was going to the off the beaten path gym, so it was like more of a hardcore gym, and like there's guys juicing the fuck out of there.
Shooting up roids right on the floor.
There's a guy doing some kind of fucking workout, and he's picking up the 150-pound dumbbells, one in each hand. He's asking me to spot him. Like, can you fucking lift this one up and give it to me? I'm like, dude, that's a fucking 150-pound dumbbell, and we're going to have problems here. I'm not that strong at that point in my lifting career. Now I could probably help you, or maybe 10 years ago could have helped you. But that was some scary shit. Like, I'm like, because I think he was doing incline with the 150s, and like you're spotting the guy, you spot him under the elbows until we have a problem.
If he can't do it,
then we have a problem. You're like, you just fucking drop that shit. Drop it.
I can't do anything for you.
Yeah.
I'm here for moral support.
Yeah. You can do it. Push.
Come on, you pussy. Push harder.
That's when I slap my cock on your face. You can't do nothing.
That's the perfect time when somebody's got laid down.
What are you gonna do? You get mad? You push it up. It's a win-win. So anyway,
that's crazy.
We into this fight, Travis Browne, fucking Fabricio Werdum.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, because I watched the fight, and I thought for sure Travis Browne would win this. I thought for sure he'd knock Werdum out. I'm pretty sure of that. And then I just wonder, like, what was Browne's strategy? Was it to knock Werdum out in the first minute, or
probably
get him out of there? But it sure seemed, I thought Browne would have more of a gas tank, but it seemed first way through the first round, gas tank gone, strategy gone, technique gone. I mean, he's tough as fuck, because look how much punishment he did take. But Werdum just having his way and, just picking him apart. And I think you said it too, throwing crazy combinations.
Crazy
three,
stuff.
And then three after it. Or tripling up on some shit. Jab, jab.
Threes, twos. Not a single one
landing.
punch. It was all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crazy strikes from weird angles.
Yeah.
And throwing kicks, doing all. I mean, they were just. Werdum looked good. They look real sharp.
And Browne just standing right in front of him.
Yeah.
Please hit me. Please hit me.
Yep.
And then Werdum, and look in the fourth and fifth round, and I think Rogan probably said it too, that knows he's ahead, not really pushing the action, just kind of coasting at that point.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him. They're heavyweights. It's hard.
Well, he was the first guy. You were right with that stat, because they were saying it too about the one I was like, I don't believe you. Fuck you. Travis Browne never being taken down.
Oh, okay, yeah. I swear in my research I was like,
weird.
So they said that on the broadcast?
Yeah, they said it a couple times.
Okay.
And I want to say Werdum took him down at least 3 times during that fight.
From the clinch a lot of times. I mean.
And then he would shoot like a slow-ass takedown and lock it. Oh, my God. Are you seriously going to get him down with this fucking takedown?
Oh, yeah.
So telegraphed. So.
He's tough, man. Verdum's no joke. He seems like, I was telling you before we started taping, Browne was heavier for this fight than he's been from what I recall. And Werdum was lighter. And it's like Werdum looked really good. He looked fast. He looked strong. I like him at this 235-pound or whatever he came in at instead of 250 or what he normally weighs. I think he's got a shot, man. If he fights Kane at this kind of weight with this kind of intensity, that's big trouble for Kane.
Striking-wise, he'll take care of him. The question, obviously, is going to be the cardio.
Yeah.
And does Kane want to play in Verdum's guard?
I don't think anybody does. That's too scary. I mean, I think you'd rather have him on top of you than have him than you be in his guard. His guard is ridiculous. I mean, it's really scary, and that is an interesting matchup. And I think they're going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing it in Mexico.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He already said that.
Where?
Like Mexico I don't know City? Where, but somewhere in Mexico.
They're going to burn that fucker down. He's going to be scared for his life.
Viva la raza!
Mexicans don't fuck around. They're going to burn that shit down. He's going to get assassinated.
That's like fighting in Brazil for
it's worse.
Any non-Brazilian fighter.
I think Mexicans they're crazy, man.
I don't know about that.
You don't think they're all crazy?
I'd rather fight in Mexico than Brazil.
Maybe. Then they don't have the big round asses.
I speak the language. Ooh, it's a good point.
Yes.
Speaking of which, did you see the Tough Brazil, or one of these tough fucking shows? They're picking out ring card girls for Brazil. None of them have an ass. What the fuck?
I think they're going against the grain here.
Well, they're trying to follow this mold of this skinny 4'2" boy that we have as current ring card girls. No offense.
It's all good, man.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, he's going to be fighting Kane in Mexico. And then next for Travis Browne, I'll give you 3 options. Roy Nelson, Mark Hunt, or the loser of Junior Dos Santos versus Steve Miocic.
I like Roy Nelson. I'm a big fan of that one.
That probably makes the most sense.
But can you give him if Roy's been winning and losing? Has he been?
Well, we knock out Big Nog.
Yeah, can you really give him, Travis Browne coming off a loss?
Sure. You
could
can do whatever you want.
Because
it's tough, like the heavyweight division again, and one you're thinner, unless you need.
Sounds like an oxymoron.
Well, if you want Travis to do well, you probably need to put him in against someone that's not necessarily going to take him down, or someone that can't take him down.
Right.
So your choices are Nelson, Hunt, and probably Dos Santos. I mean, I'd like to see that one too, but
yeah,
it's quite a step up in competition. And here we go again with a guy who can't fight for the title again unless Kane loses. So hopefully you have Werdum and Kane fighting, and if Werdum was to win, then you can have Werdum versus Dos Santos, which would be a good fight.
It would.
A lot of mix-up shit. That's why I like all these changes and title holders, because it's a whole new landscape now.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready to get into some preview. We're fucking rolling along. Let's just start jamming.
Okay. I feel like I'm losing my steam here.
I know. We're fading a little bit. I think I'm out of fucking coffee. That's the problem.
It's all good. Yes, let's talk UFC on 172, which is loading. Jones versus Teixeira, happening in Baltimore Arena, Baltimore, Maryland, April 26th, 2014, which is only a week away.
Yeah. Hopefully no one will get injured in the 2 fights that we cover.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
We got Phil.
Mr. Wonderful.
Davis, he is 12-1 with 1 no contest versus Anthony
Rumble
Johnson. He is 16-4. Davis, 2 wins by KO, 4 wins by sub. Johnson, 11 wins by KO. You want to start or you want me to start?
You tell me what you prefer.
Okay, I'll say this.
Okay.
My biggest issue with Phil Davis is just he's so tentative when he fights. He doesn't commit to the striking. And here's Anthony Rumble Johnson. Was this his first fight back in the UFC after missing weight on multiple occasions? He's 275 pounds, cutting down to 170, cutting down to 185, cutting down to 205, fighting at heavyweight. This fucking guy, I think, has fought at the most weight classes
Even more than BJ Penn.
Yeah,
he's all over the place.
And not by choice, because he can't make different weights. Like, fuck, this ain't working out for me. But I think 205 is a much better weight for him. And he could still go up to heavyweight. I wouldn't mind seeing a little Rumble at heavyweight. I think he would mix some shit up with the guys that are there right now. But
I agree.
The weird thing was when I was looking at the wrestling statistics for both guys, Anthony actually has the better takedown percentage and the better takedown defense than Phil Davis, which kind of surprised me because I thought it would be the other way around, because I thought Davis was the more decorated collegiate wrestler, if you will, but when it comes to MMA, it's the Rumble Johnson. And if you want to look at Rumble from a power standpoint, I forgot who he fought in the last fight. I'm pretty sure he knocked somebody out. It's a given.
Streak, yes.
He went to decision with Arlovsky, broke his jaw in the process. And granted, you're not fighting top tier guys, but he was looking decent in that process. And against Davis, I like me a little Anthony Rumble Johnson, just because he's gonna be too tentative, and I think Rumble will push it to him. The question will be gas tank. I don't think Davis will have the problem. I think the bigger problem is on the Rumble. But at 205, he gets a little more gas in the tank. So I'm going with Rumble with a second round KO.
Okay, that's a smart pick. I'm going to have to go against you, though. I think Phil Davis has a significant wrestling advantage. I know that the stats, as you mentioned, don't really I don't know. I'd have to look at it more closely to see which guy fought strikers more. I think Rumble maybe has fought a lot more strikers in his career versus Davis has been with some grapplers. And if you remember, he finished some guys that, like Tim Boach, and it's surprising enough was able to really, pull out some submissions out of his ass in a sense on some of these guys.
Made his own, right?
Yeah, pretty much, the Mr. Wonderful. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Phil Davis. I think he is kind of like a somewhat cookie cutter wrestler type, but I feel like he has the opportunity to really dictate where the fight takes place. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna see a grind him out Phil Davis, who's gonna try to get the win over a guy
like
who's
Phil Davis, Rashad Evans.
Yes, because everybody knows Rumble's dangerous. That guy's got freaking dynamite in his hands, and if you can't let him hit you in the face. I think Davis has got to
switch kick you.
Yeah, I think Davis got to put him on his back, and I think he can put him on his back. If not in the first round, he can definitely do it in the second. Was it the Koscheck fight where that happened like that? Where the Koscheck wasn't having much success, and then all of a sudden he started being able to take Rumble down.
Yeah, you got the rear neck show.
I think we're going to see the same thing. I'm going to predict a Phil Davis late second round submission here. Rumble has had his stint in the UFC and other places with issues with subs and whatnot. It's going to be boring, and I think Davis wins slow and methodically, as much as I hate to say it. So, because I like Rumble. I would like to see him knock fools out.
That's right.
Shake things up 205.
Magic 8 Ball is going to take Phil Davis.
All right.
Davis.
I like it.
Ooh, main event. All right, we got Jon Jones. He's 19-1 versus Glover. You remember that guy?
No.
Teixeira. He is 22-2. Jones, 9 wins by KO, 6 wins by submission. Teixeira, 13 wins by KO, 6 wins by sub. How do you see Jon Jones losing in this fight, Ingo?
Thank you. I think Jon Jones is going to get knocked the fuck out in this fight.
Ingo tends to think this for 4 years straight. 4 years straight.
Somebody.
I don't even think we called the Matt Hamill one, but that's still not a loss. So if you pick that right, fuck you.
I think that might be the one time I actually picked.
We have to roll back the tape.
But all right. How can Glover win this fight?
I want some rope.
That's,
so you could just hang
that's the question. I think his strategy, Jon Jones uses range really well. He's very athletic. You can't stand on the outside with this guy because he'll pick you apart with his kicks and close the distance and take you down. You can't stay close to him. I mean, if you look at that, he's fucking really dangerous in the clinch. Even Machida, he choked him unconscious. It's scary.
Standing.
Yeah, it's very scary. I think Glover's best opportunity is to actually do the thing that most guys tell you not to do, and it's to stay
What's that? Take it in the ass?
Maybe that. But stay in the mid-range. Don't be too far out. Don't be too far in. Stay in the mid-range. Stay in boxing range because he has
boxing. His hands
are great, and he stood in there. If you remember, like that Rampage fight, he's not scared, man. He'll throw down with people. He's not afraid. He's had some moments like in the Fabio Maldonado fight where he takes some punishment when he really shouldn't.
Who?
Glover.
Well, he got stupid in that fight because he dropped his hands. And then almost got knocked out because he was doing so well. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to put my hands down. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Can't do that against Jon Jones, sir. I think that Jones is going to be pleasantly surprised because Glover is not afraid of him. And I think the way you beat Jon Jones is the same way you beat Anderson Silva is you got to pressure him. You can't let him get comfortable and run his game on you and do his fucking crazy
strike. Did you just say run a train on you?
It's a game.
Damn it.
But I like where your mind's at.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, and so therefore, I think Glover has to push the pace, get Jones moving backwards. Don't clinch with him because it's very dangerous in the clinch. But just try to stay in that boxing range and pick him apart. Keep the head moving. Don't let him kick you. If you're in that mid-range, I don't think Jones can kick you. And he may be able to take you down, but Glover, I think his jiu-jitsu is good enough to get up. And therefore, I predict a Glover Teixeira, third round KO. I think he will hurt Jon Jones in the first 2 rounds and finish him in the third. Please.
Wouldn't upset me. Not gonna lie. Wouldn't upset me.
What do you say?
Well, you look at the Gustafsson Jon Jones fight, and That's the area he struggled with, was the boxing, right?
Yep.
And Glover, that's where he excels, is the boxing. Well, I think Jones would be smart enough to learn the lesson that I should not stick in this range. The knock on Glover is, like we said, with a challenge his fight IQ at times, because that Maldonado fight, he should have never dropped his hand. He should have never taken that shot that potentially could have lost him a fight. And then even look at the Ryan Bader fight, where Bader rocked him pretty hard.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say he knocked him out, but he fucking really hit hard. And, I mean, I think that was a weird matchup for him. I think he overlooked Bader's power, just like, oh, fuck you again. Where I wonder if when he gets in the shit again, does he relapse to that and try that shit with Jones?
I doubt it. I mean, he's a champ. You know, I think you got to be focused.
You have some respect for the power and the creativity. I just wonder, another question is not fighting the 5-round fight. How's his cardio going to hold up? I don't know. You know, you haven't seen him usually finishes early.
Yeah.
First or
I don't think
second
it goes
round.
5. Does Jon Jones really go decisions much? I mean, only what?
Gustafson and Rashad Evans.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
And no, and that's where you got to also say Jon Jones is pretty impressive, because when you look at some of these guys that once they get the title, how do they typically win? GSP, decision. Henan Barrow, sorry, I keep fucking that guy's name up. I'm going to fuck it up forever.
Mm-hmm.
Decision. I think Jose's been finishing. Could be wrong.
Yeah, he's been.
But then you go to the lighter weight.
Well,
anyway, you get the gist of what I'm saying.
I mean, Jones
is still
choking
finishing
people out, knocking people
and
out.
it's top level guys.
Yeah.
So impressive.
That Machida and Rene guillotine was still one of the most impressive. I mean, it's Lyoto Machida. Like, seriously, I still think that's one of the most impressive wins on his record. It's
and
just,
he lost the first round to Machida,
Yes.
and then it only took him one round to figure out.
Yep.
Gustafson, it took him a few rounds because he was getting his ass kicked, and I still say Gustafson won that fight, but
close.
You know, give him a few rounds to figure it out, weather the storm, and then come back and win the fight.
Glover's
So
got fire in his hands. He's tough, dude.
Who?
Glover, man, he
True,
can knock him out.
But
if he
does he
connects.
know how to pace himself? I don't think he does.
I don't think he needs to. Don't pace yourself, Glover. Just go for it.
Go for bro.
Fuck it. Yeah, just fuck it.
Jones can take a shot though. He hasn't taken that many. And someone fucking rocked him hard too. I can't remember.
Well, Machida did. Machida got him good. And then I think
Goose is in it.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Machida got the best of him. That was one of the best first rounds I've seen against Jones. And then like the stark contrast. Like what happened all of a sudden, that elbow.
Yeah, that's the game changer. Well, I think the creativity from Jones also creates problems for Teixeira, because obviously you haven't fought anybody that's going to throw this kind of crazy shit at you.
No.
Deal with it. Deal with it. You like a spinning elbow? You like a spinning back elbow? Oh, I'm so sorry. And what was with this drug testing shit? It's kind of weird too.
I don't know.
Mind games. Jon Jones says, I need drug testing.
I think you should kick him in his chicken legs.
That's fine. Not going to work. Chop him down, man. Whack.
His legs are tiny. It's so skinny, man.
It's true. But I think I'm going to take Jon Jones as the second round KO.
Okay. Smart pick.
You can't bet against the elbows.
True.
He's got the best elbows in MMA. Take it.
I might pass out if Glover knocks out Jon Jones.
I think we got to set up the video camera for this one.
Okay.
For sure.
Good game.
The Magic 8-Ball. Taking Glover to Teixeira.
Nice.
And the 8-Ball's been successful this year. Not so much. All right, moving right along. Did we get all our sponsors in?
We did.
Done?
I think we're good. We did more than we should have.
Okay. Great. Ask the nuts. Ryan Mew. Andre Dida's excuse that he attacked Chael from behind to stop the fight. What do you think? Is he a punk-ass bitch or a peacekeeper?
I don't know. Don't care.
It's all nonsense. But if there's two professional fighters and you're supposed to be a professional fighter, could you not slip in a rear naked choke when someone's pounding away on someone else?
Probably.
If you needed to do a less violent way of stopping something, I think a choke. I'm
Well,
just saying.
then the whole thing is though supposedly Vanderlei started the shit, so I didn't see it.
I don't know. It's all scripted bullshit. Don't care.
Yeah. What I read was the producers try to stir shit up and
Saying all the shit behind the scenes.
yeah, and then you got Vanderlei all riled up, and then Chael's like, "Whoa, dude! Like, I'm supposed to be the bad guy. You're supposed to be the good guy. You realize you're fucking this whole thing up." And then it was like, Vanderlei got upset, and then he swung.
Everybody
Chael
cries.
ducked, took him down, and then all this shit happened. I don't even know. I'm not watching it. Are you watching it?
No, I have had no time for Ultimate Fighter. They have my time the first show of every season, and I still forget that that's going to be the best and the only one I watch, because that's where you're going to see all fights and no bullshit.
Yes.
A little bit of bullshit.
I still like
that's
BJ
fine.
Penn. I love you, BJ Penn. I'll be watching your show. It's not the Ultimate Fighter. It's the BJ Penn show.
There you go. Gregory LaFountain, who is the one fighter in the UFC that you feel brings out the best in their opponent and is guaranteed to have an exciting fight?
Ooh.
Who has the most fight on night?
I mean, I like Donald Cerrone. I like and I like the Diaz, but I mean, I feel like a Diaz brother is always gonna get it.
He's gonna stir some shit up for sure.
Yeah, but Cerrone always. I mean, when I know Cerrone's fighting, I'm like, some shit's gonna go down. You know, I know something's gonna happen. He may not win every time, but it'll be exciting.
Yeah, retired was Chris Lido.
Yeah,
as I always knew. Like, oh man, he's the one who set the order. You could even throw Joe Lozon in that camp.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Lozon, Chris Lieben. Shit, I don't know. Trying to think of. I mean, yeah, current active fighters definitely. Joe Lozon is one. Yeah, I mean that guy's a train coming through. He doesn't stop.
Yeah. Jeff Hoffman, what fighters should we keep or be keeping an eye on in the new the women's strawweight division? He says he likes the Thug Rose. He knows there's a few other fighters with a lot more experience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you have Felice Herrig, right?
Yeah, and I don't know any of the women.
She's on the show,
flyweight
and
division.
I don't know like if she's gonna obviously.
Well, I think that's probably the best introduction for all the women to the UFC. And I mean, if you want to look at a good idea of like how to get these women noticed and get some press behind them, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I think the winner of that show in the summer gets the belt, right?
They should, since they don't have
new division.
Yep,
pretty cool.
James Holmes Paul, he says perfect Sunday.
Like
question mark?
Y or AE?
Perfect Sunday.
Like the ice cream?
Yes.
Okay, you go first.
Oh, I don't eat Sundays.
You don't? I'm a pistachio man. I love pistachio.
What's a pistachio?
Like a little pistachio, some almonds, some banana, a little chocolate drizzle over. Chocolate, not chocolate. Little what's that shit called? Nutella. Nutella.
Cocaine.
That too.
The crack rocks.
Nutella.
You like the Dave Chappelle, the crack rock?
Sprinkle a little crack on there. I love pistachio. It's awesome.
Coffee bean. Just put a little coffee bean on there.
Yeah, a little crack. Bringing some crack on you.
That's it, Ingo. We got any knowledge? Game of Thrones. We saw the first episode, epic. Second episode,
yeah. I might have my second win. I may actually try to watch it tonight. I'm excited. You got me excited for it. We'll see how I feel when I get home.
It's got to be better than last week. The first one was fucking great.
Second one was a little bit, how would I say? I wanted a more violent death for the king.
Yeah, I wanted to see him die by the hands of someone.
Fuck that fucker.
Like a straight up front choke, like a rape choke. Someone rape choked that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Stick his
Someone
cock
told me that has read the books. It says, be wary of this week's episode. It's going to be brutal, supposedly.
Ooh.
If it follows the books.
Ooh.
So,
You know, unleash the dragons on someone.
Could be. Dragon.
Oh, we bought the Lego Marvel.
Oh, yeah. You like that?
Yeah, I didn't like that it didn't save a couple times and I lost my
What?
saves. Because there was an issue with my daughter playing and then it didn't recognize the save, so I lost like 2.5 hours of work.
Ouch.
And I had to redo one episode or one mission 5 times.
Some weird bug. We didn't experience any of that problem.
Fucking Xbox has so many problems with the saves, and I researched it online, and I still have issues where I go to log in, and then when the game starts, it's like, who are you? And then you try to log in again,
Yeah.
and then the save's not there, so I have to go back to the main
Yep.
Like screen, exit out of the game, go back in the game, and then
Are
everything.
you part of the
works.
beta, like free updates? You get the push out, roll out first
I don't know.
before anybody? Because I happen to get in on that, and that was one of the bugs that was going around, because for 2 weeks I would put a disc in and it wouldn't play it. It would just say like there's a problem with the account, like you were describing. So I'd have to shut it off, pull the disc
Yeah.
out, turn it on, and then put the disc in. It's a known problem, I guess.
And then I even had a problem when I borrowed the Titanfall from you too.
Wasn't working?
No, it wouldn't load. So I had to unplug everything, plug it back in, and I think I had to go to some option where it was delete all your persistent storage.
Yeah, I've had to do that one.
Jesus Christ. Every fucking game I've played so far has had an issue.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, but the good thing is they are patching this constantly, so I think every 2 or 3 weeks you're getting an update. Hopefully, remember like the Xbox 360 was like just kind of and then around that like 2-3 years ago, that spring update, all of a sudden it was like, whoa, look at these menus, like everything's smooth, shit's good. I think they're working their way to that.
Hope so.
So,
You know what's right around the corner?
what?
EA UFC.
Yes. May? When's that coming out?
June 17th?
Okay. I got Watch Dogs. That's coming out in May. I'm going to play the shit out of that, hopefully. And then UFC. And then I have my eye on this, like, Elder Scrolls or Diablo. I want an RPG. I don't know which one I'm going to go for.
Dangerous. That's it. Shut it down.
That's been this week's edition of MMANUTS. My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Growth. Thanks for playing.